Hi, I'm Mary with Everything Mary, and I'm glad to be here on Crochet Soiree, where we can have a cup of coffee and learn some interesting crochet techniques. Today we are starting our first in a series of how to crochet necklaces, earrings, and other pieces of jewelry. However, today I'm going to show you something completely different without even using a crochet hook. And that is how to just take some of your extra yarn that you might have laying around, put some beads with it, and make some really interesting and innovative necklaces. It's so easy that even I can work with my grandkids on it. Even my grandsons can do it for their mothers and grandmothers, because I like them too. So anyway, let's get started. I'm sure all of you have a lot of extra yarn laying around. You know, a couple years ago actually, I got on this kick and I made everybody in my family scarves for Christmas. So I've got all this wonderful yarn, but nothing to do with the rest of it, the leftover yarn. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to measure, just about how long I think I want my necklace. And from there, I'll probably just almost make it another half. And then we're going to cut it. So that we have a length like that. From there, everything else is just going to be the same length. So I'm going to take this, I think this is kind of a really cool piece of yarn. And I'm trying to use some different pieces of yarn that aren't all the same, so that we get a nice variety in texture. And we'll just, you know, as all of you can already tell, I love color. So I'm going to add this green into it. I really like the green. I like the little furriness of it. I loved what it did in my scarf that I made. And then we're going to take one more strand. I have this that I cannot get open right now. I'm sure you have the same problem at different times. So here's the end of this one. So we'll just get this. Ooh, I like this already. I like what it's doing. And then I like to have one anchor yarn. And when I say anchor yarn, I mean a yarn that is a little bit heavier, a little bit sturdier, is I guess what I'm trying to say to you. And of course, I like pink, so I'm going to use the pink. So look how pretty that looks. And I just like this as I said, I like this anchor yarn because it'll give it a little bit, make it a little bit sturdier for all my beads. So there we have it. That's going to be our necklace today. And now I'm going to go into my bead box. This is a box that I've just thrown all kinds of beads in. And actually an Everything Mary box, by the way. And I'm going to pick out some beads that I found. I love going to the craft stores and buying beads when they're, of course I buy them when they're on sale. But I like to just collect a whole variety of beads. And the other thing I do like to do is I like to go to these bead stores that sell necklaces for $1, a couple dollars a piece, necklaces and earrings. And I get them home and I cut them and throw all my beads in the box so that I have all these different beads for these fun projects to just pick from. And I've got these, and I like these here. They've got a nice big hole in the center. And also, I think that they'll work with the colors I've picked out. So I'm going to pick these out. I do like those. And then I think I might even use this shade of bead. I think this will go nice with it. It's a pinkish shade, so I think I'll use this also. Well, I can't get that to sit up there. And then I think we'll just start with those. Okay, we measure in the center, and I've actually just put a little knot right there in the center. And then from there, I like to do a double knot. I think it actually holds a little bit better and holds your beads. So we'll just make a double knot right here. And actually then the double knot almost looks like another bead. So I think that's fun too. And then we're going to take our crochet hook and go in like this. Just pull the bead through. Bring it down to your knot. And then let's bring one of these that I like in here with your crochet hook. Come in. This is very quick and easy. You can do as many beads as you'd like at a time, one at a time, or I like to have a little bit more just to give it a little bit more interest. So you can see what an easy project this turns out to be. And then once I get my 3, I'm going to make my extra knot, or my knots again. And I just come close to the beads. It doesn't necessarily have to be right up to the bead. What it is just to stop the bead from going anywhere. So we can just make it as close as we want. And then there we have it. I will probably measure up maybe 4 more inches. Put some more beads on there. And when I'm all finished, this is what I love too, is I just tie it around in the back in a knot. Sometimes I even make it so that you can even leave it, or you can cut off your ends and then just throw it around your neck, and there you have it. Thank you for being with me today on Crochet Soiree. Hope to see you next time. Bye.